Hello everyone. So what have we done so far? We have completed task 2A with the formatting of the table. Okay, formatting of the table, making cells stand out, making information stand out, using functions and formulas to complete our task, to display information on the table. We used formulas to find out, to summarize, the information and, provide general information about our spreadsheet, our database, our data. So we have all the functions, formulas. I want to show you one more thing. That's very, very important, okay? So far, we use the VLOOKUP. We use the VLOOKUP to look up for something, to look up for an item, okay, a name, and then get the relevant information. Here we looked up for Claire and we got the relevant cost. We looked up this table. We used this table in our function. So we used this table in our function. We look up for Claire, use the VLOOKUP to look up for Claire, and then get the cost for Claire. So now, what if, that's what I'm trying to get to you. I'm trying to show you, you need to solve problems. You need to learn to solve problems. Have an open mind, okay? Learn to solve problems, not to follow, just one one spreadsheet, or like me showing you, oh, you do this, you do that. Find a way to learn to solve the problems. Because look, this table is vertical, but what if we had a horizontal table? How would you do that? You can't use VLOOKUP for a horizontal table. So let's see this. To get a horizontal table, okay, to get a horizontal table, all we need to do is to select a table, okay, copy it, and then this is what I did, yeah? Then you come here, for example, and then when you paste, make sure you paste transpose. You click on transpose when you were on the paste options. Select transpose in the paste options. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. So can you see? And then I fixed my table and it looks the way it does now. So it looks like this. We have the instructor name, we have the class duration, we have the equipment needed, all the information we need. What I wanted to do is to create a filter. As you can see, this is Daniel, and we have the class, sorry. Let's do this nicely. Okay. All right, let's do this. It's fine. So now let's have okay. Let's make it align a little bit. Okay, so now we have our table. We have our filter. Very quickly make this different. Okay, so I'll make it this because I can. You see, because you can, that's yours. Okay, you learn to be confident. You learn different things. So I have my filter. So now I click Daniel. I get the class duration 45, beginners 3, rated 3, and PT cost 25. Okay, that's the point now of my how do you say? That's what I achieved. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what I achieved. A filter. This is a filter. You find this as a pivot table. I did it as a filter. So now let's do this and see what happens. Okay, so I tell the user to select a name. You come here, click select a name, and you get Claire. You get okay. So how do we do this? Okay, that's where the HLOOKUP is comes to play. So now we're gonna look at HLOOKUP. Okay, so now let's look at HLOOKUP. Let's do it here. Okay, so now equals HLOOKUP, open brackets. Okay, let's first thing to select is the lookup value. what lookup value do you want? I'll put my lookup value here. Okay, so that's my lookup value. My lookup value will be there. Okay, that's my lookup value. Because I don't want this cell to change, what do? I don't want this cell to change. I will put a $sign before H, $sign before H, and a $sign before the row number. So H is the column number. So when I select this, you have the row number 60 there. When I select this, when I select this, you have H and 60 should be highlighted, okay? But because I'm working on this cell, it's different. So we have H and 60. So now next, I put my comma and I select the table I want to refer to. The table I want to refer to is this one, okay? All right, so I have my table I want to refer to. The table I want to refer to, I also have to have $sign for to make it absolute referencing, to use absolute referencing. Let's do this and then select our, okay, so. Okay. So it's playing up with me. Let's do it again. So I get this. And then comma, then the table I want to work with, to refer to, and then again $signs so they don't move. So I want my absolute referencing, which means this cell will not change, and this table, these cells in the table will not change. So now a comma. Now I want first the class duration. So the class duration is in second row. So the row index for me here would be second. Row 2, that's row 1, that's row 2. And then for the match, I want the exact match, which means I need to put false or 0. So there is the same. False or 0 are the same. True and 1 are the same. So now we have our first information. And because there's nothing there, there's nothing to look up, there's no value. So now if I put Claire and click enter, now I get the value, the class duration for Claire. If I put Leon, I get for Leon. So now let's copy this, and it's the same thing. Okay, this one is class duration. Let's give them names. Okay, I said next I wanted class level. Next one I wanted rating, and the last one I wanted the PT cost. Okay, so I have them, all of them. I'll make them bold, and you can see now it's the same formula everywhere. The same function is everywhere. Now what I need to do, I just have to change the row number, which row I want now. For the class level, I want 1, 2, 3, the fourth row, not the second, but the fourth row. And click enter, and you get the fourth row. So let me fix this here. So I get nice and okay, fourth row. So now the fourth row gives me intermediate for Leon. There's a problem in consistent formula. Let's see. H60, H62, A50, H64. No, help in this error. No, edit formula. No. H60. This is H60, okay. HLOOKUP. H60, 64, and the fourth 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0. It's no problem, it shouldn't be a problem. So now again I just change for the rating is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the rating I need the 5th row, so I'm gonna click on the 5th row. Okay, so now it's good, it's all good. And the PT cost is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, is the 7th row. 7th row, okay? So now I'll make this currency because it's cost. And then I'll make my table look nice. Okay. Tag. And okay. Maybe too much. Okay. Okay, so now if I do Tanya, so you get the information for Tanya, okay? What's next for this? What's next for this? I don't know if let me show you how it's done. So now I want to turn this into a, how do you say, a list, yes. I want to turn this into a list like this one here. Into a list, so what I'm gonna go, I will go to data validation, and I need to select a list. Okay, now when you select list, you have a source. A source is which source you want to use for your list. You can do type them manually with commas, or you can just select the range. I selected the range and I have my list now. Look, I have my list. Let's give it background color so it stands out. Okay, I like this one. And give it a white color and bold, and maybe make it a little bigger this time. Okay, because okay. So now, and I tell people, I tell my users to select name. Select name, make it align to the right, and make it bold, and maybe add a little. Okay, select name. Okay. Okay, so we have now our list, and we have our HLOOKUP. Very important. You need to understand the HLOOKUP and take note for this formula. And again, what I'm teaching you is to solve a problem that you might not encounter. You might not, or you may encounter. Sorry, a problem that you may encounter. Okay, so here's the HLOOKUP and its use. So now you can see the difference in values. Okay, so as I change the list, the instructor name, I get different values. So I hope this helps. Practice, guys. Practice on this HLOOKUP. Have fun. Make mistakes. Don't worry about making mistakes. And if you have any questions, drop me a line. Okay, I'll see you later.